Hello friends and hello student. My name is Ashok Sijala. In this session, we learn the UDF user defined function in C language. So yes, I share my laptop screen and here fix the position so you can watch better way my video lecture. And here turbo C++, I just double click and take some process and yes, now is open alter F file menu and taking new file. So yes, first, there are derived data type three. There are main categories three data type in C language like primary data type. There are primary and fundamental that word use also, and then inbuilt that also word use. Only one data type. There are three word: primary data type, fundamental, and inbuilt. And then that five sub data type like character, integer, float, double, and void. That is a inbuilt data type. Then next second is category is a derived data type. So derived that is a derived means inherit sum. So that is a like integer array. So character array. So that is a derived inbuilt data type that use and that take now new data type that is derived like pointer, array, and function. And then user defined data type, so like structure, union, type def is a keyword, enumerate. So here we can use the function and that is a derived data type. So user defined, there are two type of function. There are two types of function. First I give the function type, not user defined. So there are two type of function: inbuilt function and user defined function. So we can learn here UDF, user defined function, and there are four main, there are five, but here I just declare the first I declare the that function no arguments and no return value. That is a first category. So one by one we have to see. So yes, I give the next type also, but there are two types of function, main category: user defined function and inbuilt function. So till to now we can use inbuilt like scanf, printf, all are inbuilt function. Get, ch, clear the screen. We can use the that delay function, exit function. So that is we can use inbuilt function. Now we can take our user on define that function, and there are three critical parts. So function that first is a declaration. So our new section is start declaration section. And we can declare our user defined function. Then function calling, call in the main, and then after the sub programming section. So that is a user defined that we have to take all six part in programming of C language. So here I first start and then we can understand also syntax of that user defined. So here I give some example. First I not use directly, I give small example and we can step by step to complete all type we can understand. So here I give the no argument and no return. First type I start to here. So here first I not declare any here, but I directly main and take two integer value sum using the, but I here directly x and y, and then sum into 0 and then clear the screen. You have to know two integer sum in C language now, because you have to already learn pointer or also array. Okay, so enter x value that gives the message and we can scan to percentage d and ampersand x. Yes, and I copy this statement and paste to our y variable. Okay, so that is simple program I give to understand. So we can after that taking more uh, some examples. So x plus y, yes, and then print the sum. Yes, that is our normal like main. We have to now use the not user defined function. So sum is percentage d and take the sum. So that is our program in ordinary main. Directly we have to write. Now I convert in first category. That is my goal. So I use this file name is a first is a take the sum of integer. So yes, here I give int sum underscore. So there are seven letter is there. Okay, C file. Yes, so first we can compile. Yes, there is no any error, and let us check. So 10 and 20, so 30 sum. That is, you have to know very well. That is not important in this session. Now I take this first category, and what is a over three? There are two type of main category: inbuilt function and user defined function. And user defined function, there are five subtype. And here I declare only four, but means there are five types. Some only give the four type is their user defined function, but here I give the idea to five types also, but four we have to understand and then give idea fifth. Okay, function no argument and no return value. That is our, so yes, I save, just save as, so all file maintained. So any function define you, like that is a tool. You can handle any program to user defined function. So I save as this, save as, so both are maintained, and we can take the function, so sum underscore fun type one, function type one, no argument, no return value. So I save as, so both file is maintained separately. And here our now declaration turn to start, and that is a declaration. Yes, that name is section is a, so declaration of function. Okay, so that is a first part. And how to declare? So here no argument means there is no any return data type, no arguments. So here that name is a, we can use no argument, and function name, like I give the sum, but is our variable name also sum. So here I give like a function sum. Yes, no problem, function sum, and parenthesis, that is a declaration of function, no argument. And here also you can give the void, no argument. So that return data type, here is a return data type. Yes, and then function name fun sum, function sum at that type name, because sum is also our variable name, so I not give the sum. And no argument. So here you cannot provide void, then also work, and void is a good sign of programmer. So here first, that is a declaration of, there are three main critical element of function declaration. So here is a we can say that declaration part is open. Till to now we cannot use this declaration part. So here is a document section, link section, and in between that is a declaration. And now in the last of main, and that is a definition of a function. That is a third part directly I explain. So how the definition, so first I explain the syntax. Yes, so then and then you can understand. So that is a return data type, so we can already and then function name. Yes, so we can give the function name. Yes, and you can underscore or not any, like blank is not, but we can underscore also use. And then uh, parentheses, and we can say that list of arguments. Okay, args I just short. And that body means opening closing, like our main is a user defined, so opening closing brace is there. And here again declaration, we can say that declaration, yes, statement, as statement. Yes, and semicolon. Then here executable, executable, yes, and statement. So I not write again, I go double quote. So I, yes, that is in, then semicolon. Yes, so and yes, I just copy. So you can I copy this line. So that is a definition of this function. So three times. So that is a known as a two main parts separate. Yes, I first defined the syntax was. So base now we can define to that function. So here what is a, here we can say that executable statement. So here executable, yes, statement. And last is a return. So yes, return statement. So return is a keyword. Okay, so and that the first part, there are three part: return data type, that is a first part, that is a function name, second part, and list of argument. That part known as a uh, header, header of function. Okay, so that is a first part. There are two main part of function: header part, and that here part, second part known as a function body part. Yes, so body part. Yes, so that is second part. So there are three parts in header: function, return data type, function name, and list of argument, and three part of function body: declaration statement, executable statement, and return statement. In header part, now you have to understand header part and declaration of function. There are same, only semicolon is different. So here is the same: return data type, function name, and list of argument. So here first type is a no argument, no return data type. So I declare the void, that is our return data type. Function name, only one is a compulsory, two is a optional. Look here, two is a void. So here we can say that only one part is a compulsory, and that is a function name. Yes, so only one part. So here you can give underscore is allowed. Yes, and here that body part only one is a executable part is a compulsory declaration and return. So here is not return data type. So here no any return statement, and sometimes that not declare any variable, just only executable statement. So in header part only function name is compulsory, and body part, that is only executable start part is compulsory. So I give the multi-comment line for your reference. So that is a declaration, or you can say the definition of the function, that syntax, and based on this syntax I give the fun sum, and there is no argument, I no give any void, and then here I just copy all the part. Yes, look here, I give all that part till I cut this all part, and also in variable in this definition. Yes, so here what is a, that is a our only we can understand the syntax. So here all go in the our that all are in the main is empty, means only clear screen, and calling is there. So that is a definition of function I cover. So here we can body part all that statement declaration is there, but no return. So return, that is a like some, that is executable statement, and that variable declaration, and then scanning is also executable, but no return type and no argument. So that is a first type we have to define. And how in main is a calling. So fun, here we can call like sum. So that is a second main part of function, and that is a calling of calling. Yes, call. Yes, so declaration part, calling in the main. Yes, here just name the function name, no argument, no return value. So that go in this cursor here, and our same program work, there is no any error. Let us check. So yes, we can define the first type. Yes, that is a first type, no argument, no return value. First, that is a main part, the critical element, that function declaration. Then second part, function calling, and then definition of function, and elaborate I first syntax, all six part. And there are two main part, header part of function and body. And only header part function name is compulsory, and body part only executable part is compulsory. All four part in two part in header, and two part in body optional part. Okay, so that is a, and here I define that syntax, and let us compile. Yes, one, yes, here is a semicolon is remaining. So here I comment line some. Okay, now is a no any error. Let us check. So again same our program run. So that is a no argument, no return data type. I define the user first type. Okay, so now very easy, we can take the or all that you have to understand the declaration, and definition only semicolon. Look, here is not semicolon, and here is a semicolon, only one difference. And here I give the void. If you remove, there is no any error. Yes, let us check, there is no any error as it is, or I give some different value. So that's sum. So like you can first define only one, here is calling, all are part cut to pass to here in your, you can watch, I just copy and paste to all our main to here. That is a sub programming section. So that is a second section open. So here now document section, link section, definition section, and main section, and sub programming section. Only one section is remaining, and global declaration section here. One section. So there are six sections. So here 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. 5 section we can define, and that is a just syntax for reference for you. So that is a syntax of definition of function. And there are three critical part of function. Function declaration is a critical element. So that is a declaration. And then second part, function calling. I calling. In main, that function is called, and definition is outside of main. So here there are two part, header part and function body part, and there are header part, there are three sub part: return data type, function name, and list of argument. Only one is compulsory, two are optional. No argument, so no give any value, no return type. So void keyword is like our main. We can also apply the void keyword. So why? That is no any return argument, that is saying, and no any argument pass. So command line argument in file management, we can also pass to here some argument. So that main is also user defined data type. Yes, main is a user defined function, not inbuilt function is there. Okay, so first type I think clear, and now I save as the second. So sum underscore fun2 and dot c. So I cover the second type, and that name is a here I give uh, with argument but no return value. Second type I give the next type, and now you can, so no with argument. So here we can pass two arguments, integer and then integer. So that is a declaration. And declaration time you cannot give variable name, like here I give AB, so there is no error, I give both. And here calling part in the main and logic part in the so I cut to this, yes, here to main, our previously part to here, yes, in that before of clear screen. So all two variable, and we can pass two variable like x and y. So that is a calling the actual argument. Yes, x and y, that is actual, means that original value. And here in our definitions, so in declaration we can define like a and b. So that is a formal argument. So here we can sum, so a plus b, and then sum is as print, there is no any problem. Yes, no return value, so we can print in sum in UDF. And here just calling, yes, here clear screen before the word here that declaration, yes, now perfectly. So that is a, and that is a formal argument. Yes, what is a formal and actual? That is ab is a formal argument and xy is a actual argument. So x value go into a and y go into b, say calling time. So here that time function with argument but no return value, that is a type. So here no any return value, return type is void, but two argument pass. And let us check, yes, compile, just one what so sum, yes, here sum, yes, sum is here, so there is a, yes, we can require in not here, here is required, yes, here we cannot define to sum. So that declaration of sum initialize here is required, yes, I just copy. So yes, now there is no any error, as it is our previous program run. So I give any value, no any problem, yes, sum. So there is second time I define function with argument no return value, and I prove here we cannot give any variable name, that is optional. So declaration time you cannot just any data type sequence like integer, here is any data type, integer, character, float, to depend upon your requirement. So there is no error. So here why we can give provide the a and b, because that is optional in declaration time, but definition time must be, yes, in definition time you can provide the variable name compulsory, and that is a xy and that is ab, and follow the order. Here integer and integer, so here is integer, here is character and integer pass, so here is a character and integer, not take wrong order. And number of argument is same in declaration and definition, so then calling also same. So here two integers, so here two only, here three, so here you can define the three. So here you can pass three and here you can declare two. There is not means that truncate means not possible. So that is a second type. So that name is a function with argument no return value. Yes. So here no any return value. That our you will look our syntax. I already write. So return type is a void. But list of argument we can pass to parameter like a and b. Then sum is done and print the sum. Okay. So that is a second type, function with argument no return type. And now I think yes you can understand. So if you understand declaration how function and how it's calling, yes, and then definition, yes, so then UDF is clear. So that is a tools, like we can all give that program in divide in three part, function declaration, function calling, and function definition. Same work, two integer sum we can handle, and also array, all programming, pointer, or any like our previous arithmetic operation, all are. So basic programming can handle, string programming can also handle, 1D array, 2D array, all basic our all program we can handle UDF usually. Okay, and now I save as yes third type, so that is a sum yes and fun 3 type dot c. So function 3, so what is a type? So here I change again, no argument, yes, so no argument, but yes, here I no argument but return value, yes, no argument, and is remove, and but return value, yes, so or you can say that no argument but return value. Okay, so how? So here is a, we can declare some data type, and that is integer, and here no argument, so I remove this, so that is a declaration is changed, so that is third type function, no argument but return value. So all part again, this that x we have to in the our cut and go in the UDF here again. I just yes here, and sum is declaring main, yes, because that is a required to in main we can return. So handler is there, yes, I just give the idea, and here xy not required, I got to xy here to here, because here is a xy is required, and yes, not here but in body part. So after the so here no any argument, yes, no any argument here xy pass sum of xy original variable x, and then plus y, and we can that statement main print in main. Yes, previously we can print in the UDF, now print to here. Here what to do? Here return type is integer, so we can define one sum variable, and handler, yes, sum equal to this, and sum print. So that is a handler, that non is a handler, and which data type? So always return data type of UDF. Here UDF return data type integer. So your handler, that known as a handler. So you can define the handler integer. If here is character return, so you define the character data type. Here is double, so here you can define your handler in double. So yes, and we cannot pass any argument, just blank, because we have to already here scan xy and sum, and what here now return statement is coming and return the sum. Yes, and here our definition same signature, so here integer is a return, yes, so that is a definition. So but no argument, argument is empty, blank parenthesis, or you can also provide the void, there is no any error. So just let us check, yes, one sum, yes, see here we can take sum, but directly I not use sum variable. You can also use, no problem. So directly what to do? Here x plus y means y, yes. So there is no need to third variable. Just return x plus y. So here taking the sum and print the sum. So yes, that is perfect. So I define, yes, here integer. I remove the argument, that is third type. Function no argument but return value, so here no argument, blank parenthesis, so that indicate no any argument, but integer data type, that is return, and calling time we can take the handler of that sum, because that is a return one integer, and then print in main sum. Previously we can print in the UDF sum, now reverse order. So here we can scan and sum and print. You can also take third variable like temp and then pass here to temp, but no require. Yes, so I calling, yes, same program, same definition we can apply to for all types. So there is no any error. So that is a third type here. Function no argument but return value. So here we can return integer data type. You can return any data type. Just example is their integer data type. Character, float, double, depend upon your requirement. All array is a pass to UDF and return also. Yes, that possibility with help of pointer. Okay, structure, after that UDF, now we can go in structured data type, user defined data type. There is a function is a derived data type. So yes, there is, I think, simple. Yes, handler is a very important. Handler take the which data type, sometimes confuse the student. So here which data type return, that time you can declare that return data type of a variable. So here sum is our handler, and that is the same here return integer. So here take integer, here character, so here character double double. So that time is a declaration. That time you can call the your handler and print the sum. And here I give the idea. Here we can take like some one variable like t, okay, and I take the sum in t. Yes, so t equal to x plus y, and return the t, just only t means temp. Here I give t only one, and here initialize to 0, otherwise garbage is there. So now yes, let us check. So yes, previously were no any error. Yes, 9 2 7 plus 2 9. Okay, and now I think you can understand. So but there is no required to here declare variable. I just show you. So here we can directly pass. So why take the one other declare the variable? So we can remove our reduce our variable. That is logic. So I just give the idea. So that is also a possibility. So here now all three parties, but one part is here optional. Here header part that declare return data type and function, no argument. And here declaration statement is there, executable statement is there, and return statement. All body of three here I syntax, right? That all part covered. And last, there is very important. I take the last type, and that is I first save as. So all five I'll maintain sum. Then we can say that function type 4 and dot c, and 4 type, and there is a all argument and with return value. Yes, and word, no but not. So with argument and with we can say that with return value, both are very important type. That is a more used in our programming. So here we can declare time. You cannot not take the variable name like here a and b. If you provide no error and no provide no error, so only we can take all the part in our that is a also here one we can say now argument is there. So ab, and here I now again cut this part and put to our main. Only logic is there, input output and process. That is my scenario. So here only logic is the udf, and all other like input and output all are in the main. That is a very important type of that udf. So here I give assign to xy, yes, xy scan, and we can pass to here also x and y. So function with argument, yes, that is the actual argument, and then sum is a handler, yes, and sum also print. So only one line is there. UDF is now only main logic focus, so we can find to our error very easily in this type. So function with argument with return value, that is a last 4. And also fifth type is some student not getting function return multiple value using the pointer, but that is also fifth type. But only that book some say only 4 type is there. And every function return only one value, but help of pointer we can pass the multi value. Like all array we have to pass pointer using, all structure we have to pass 1D array, 2-dimensional array, string array, we can pass help of the pointer. So fifth type name is a function pass multiple value using the pointer. That is a fifth type, but I not cover in this session because in next session I cover. But 4 type I completely give the idea. So here very important type, function with argument with return value, we can say that. So here both handler and argument all, and that is a actual argument xy, and then declaration also cover with argument with return value, and definition also that known as definition of function, third part return type ab, and here now sum is ab. So you can also, yes, now that perfect. Yes, I run, yes, no any error. Let's check. So give any value, that is sum. That is a very simple definition I take for all 4 type. One example for handle to all 4 type. So there is a very more for use this UDF type in our programming with argument with return value. So yes, here is a declaration, here 2 argument, and declaration time. Here I give the first variable name, but here no, that is optional part, no declare variable, just data type. But comma is sometime what some student like take one integer variable and we can pass like a and b. That is a error. Like let us check. I give the error. Yes, no, here taking error. So aspected parenthesis. Why? Because there is a, you have to not declare like that is a here declaration in main or UDF, but here only pass the number of data type in comma operator. Yes, comma is operator. So how many data type pass, you can give the sequence order and follow the calling time that sequence order. Here integer to integer, one character integer, one float, that follow the sequence, and number of pass that number of and here is a compulsory in definition that must be give the variable name. Otherwise that here I remove this variable, so that taking the error. Yes, let us check the one parameter is missing, that is giving the error. So that is a perfectly you have to understand, and that is a actual argument means and that is a formal argument, formality, like we can say sometime formality. So that is formal argument. A plus B, that return data type, so we can only one focus to that type. What is the main important of this UDF4 type? Because there is a logic we have to focus, and any error we can solve. And what is the main purpose of UDF? So we can divide and conquer three part to our logic. So here is our declaration part is here, and here our definition. We can say that here our definition is there, means calling, and definition is here. Yes, calling is there. So divide and conquer. So we can easily focus to our logic. So that is a main purpose. We can easily find to our long program to divide in three part: declaration, calling, and definition. So sometimes student, why we can take this type of, we already take the main function directly our program, but what is the importance of UDF? So importance of UDF, you can focus to your logic and solve to your error to yourself. So function, that is a procedure oriented, and we can define all sections. Obviously only global declaration. Definition is there here, comment, document section, link section, definition section, that declaration of that definition, and here main and sub program. And also one chance you can remove one critical element. So I give like comment like this, and what now error is coming to picture. Yes, sometime they not taking error. So what to do here? Not any error, but I remove this part before the main. So all declaration and definition taking in this line, because that only semicolon, you semicolon. So there is now no any error. One part we can remove, that also is possible in UDF. Yes, so no any error. So declaration part is means that I give the definition directly. So all two part getting in this. So in like printfs and scanf, that is we can calling in main, we can call. So inbuilt that declaration and definition right by Dennis Ritchie. So we can use directly calling. This is a calling function in main. So here we can calling to our UDF, user defined function. So but you cannot use this technique directly, but I like sub programming section used in this, not directly this part open. And here I open the our definition or declaration part. So I think you can understand. So yes, UDF user defined function, I cover the simple integer, but focus in the three critical declaration part. That time there are three: return data type, function name, and list of argument, and semicolon must be. And calling time, you can give the formal actual argument, pass how number of argument, and then order maintain, then data type follow. And handler appropriate return data type that taking the handler. And last, that definition, all there are two part: header part and body part. There are three parts: return data type, function name, and list of argument. Three sub part of header, that is header of the function, and that is a body of the function. Yes, so declaration statement, executable, and here only one function name is compulsory, here is executable. First type we can check that both one only compulsory. One is here and one is here. So the based on this syntax we can define to our UDF. That is a more used with argument and return value. So there are four type main UDF. Main category is only inbuilt function and user defined. User defined, there are four types. And fifth type I also give the name. Every function pass only one return value, but help of pointer we can pass the multiple value. That is a fifth type, that also called the user defined type. So now I close this session. So yes, I first close and open one by one every our file is maintained or not. So that is a function. Yes, that sum. Yes, sum I give. Yes, first type here. Look over. So I just yes. So that is our first. No argument, no return value. All are in main. Yes. So that is a first file. So I give the save as technique. Yes. And I close this file, alter F3 and open to a second sum. Yes. And two function type means uh, function with argument, no return value. So here two argument, but no return value. Okay. So we can print in sum here in UDF. Okay. So that is second time I close and open third type. Yes, all are maintained well perfectly because save as technique. So yes, no argument but return value. So only handler is required, print here sum, and then here we can just return. Yes, because return data type integer. And now our last, as it is sum and fourth type is cover. So with argument, that is a more use in programming with argument and with return value. Okay, so only focus to your logic. That is here only two integer sum, but some big program you can take the very important this data type like for number programming, array programming. Okay, so yes, I close this also file, write this all file to your not yes C programming, and that is a I think no revision is required. So I close all and quit. So yes, subscribe my channel Ashok Sijalakini, press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting, and sharing my video lecture. Any doubt for UDF, you can comment line in. I give the definitely to answer you. Thanks again and Hare Krishna.